individuals worldwide. For more information, visit QVeraGlobal.com. Quvera, an InvestView company.
You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. Our favorite employment attorney joins us to tell us what you should not be doing in the workplace, and if someone's doing it to you, why you should sue. We're very, very pleased to say hello to Jonathan Bell of the Bell Law Group. Jonathan, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
JB, the man. I thought I might have had a client here for you. Annette Rayner was here. She's the former CEO of InvestView. She got replaced by a man who was just here, Joe Camarata, who's the new CEO of InvestView. And I asked her straight up, do you think that you got replaced because you're a woman? She said, no, absolutely not. I don't even look at sex in the workplace. I feel like we're all committed to one goal. So she's not going to be hiring you.
And that's terrific. That's great. We want honesty. If you feel like it's not related to a protected class, we don't want anyone making things up, and that's why we screen cases very carefully. But thanks for thinking about me.
I'm always thinking about you, and you are my favorite attorney, and it's hard to have a favorite attorney, as you know. Most people hate attorneys. But so the big story, I guess, we're talking about today is this billionaire. He got found liable for sexual assault, sexual battery, harassment, all this other crap. What did this guy do? We have a lot of business people, entrepreneurs, small business owners out there. He got big money, so he got hit for $58 million.
Correct.
But smaller businesses can get hit for smaller amounts of money, and they can become big amounts of money.
That's right.
What did this guy do that our CEOs and our entrepreneurs out there need to know about so that they don't have a $58 million judgment against them?
So I know that your listeners are very bright, and they're not going to do what this guy did, regardless of what I say.
Are you saying all our viewers are blind and they're only listeners?
Listeners, viewers. Okay, but put it this way, okay? The guy went to an employee and took her head and put it towards his crotch and simulated oral sex. Everybody knows not to do that.
Don't do that.
Everybody knows not to do that. There was also
Don't do that in the workplace.
There was 2 prior lawsuits against him. One he fired because the female would not have sex with him. You can't do that. We all know that.
We know that.
And the other one, he choked a woman and put her against a wall, and she sued him too. There's a $58 million verdict, $11 million verdict, and a $6 million verdict. Now, the point that I'm trying to make here is not to say to the audience, don't do this. We all know not to do it. But my point is, whenever someone hears Me Too movement and they roll their eyes and this again, now you see why it's important. This stuff was really going on, and it's going on less because of the Me Too movement. So before you roll your eyes, think of that situation of times that this is happening, and now these new laws have prevented it from happening.
Fantastic. You're always right on the money with your commentary. Frank tries to get you in here as often as possible so that I keep myself in line with my
we had a new intern that started yesterday, and all I can think is, I hope she's getting paid at least minimum wage, and there's not going to be another tobacco lawsuit.
Well, all right. Moving along here, Gabrielle Union was terminated, along with Julianne Hough from one of my favorite shows, America's Got Talent. Me, my daughters, Victoria and Ava, watch America's Got Talent all the time. I love the show. I didn't think Gabrielle Union was one of the best hosts they've had on there. But now it seems like Simon Cowell is coming under attack for his company, Fremantle, and why they terminated her. Because she made a complaint that Jay Leno made a Asian ethnic slur or something. What's happening with this?
So it just goes to show you with the last story and this story. It doesn't matter how big a company you are or how small a company you are. You can't discriminate. You can't give the perception of discrimination. She made a complaint saying, I did my hair a certain way, and producers would come to me and say, that looks too black. You shouldn't do that. Or you had the incident with Jay Leno making a joke about a dog and Korean food. The Koreans serve dog in a restaurant, and she made a complaint. And all of a sudden now her contract's not being renewed, and she thinks there has to be some retaliation there. Now, I don't know about a lawsuit. I don't know that she's filing anything. She's married to Dwayne Wade. She does very well on her own.
She's going to be just fine.
She doesn't necessarily need the money, but she wants to make sure that NBC changes the way they handle these situations. Now, Howard Stern obviously had a very interesting observation. He said, hey, the men stay on there and they get older and fatter, but the women keep on being, as of late at least, keep on being replaced by younger and more attractive women. So he said it was a boys' club, and he used to be a judge there for many, many years.
Well, Howard, I guess, got canned or quit the show. I mean, why would they get rid of him if he's not a young, slim woman?
Right, so that's what they're saying. The men are treated differently than the women. I believe that Howard could have stayed as long as he wanted. I believe it was his choice. Okay, I don't know. You're a Howard Stern
I am,
fan.
yes,
You're a
very
Baba
much
Booey
so.
type fan. Yeah.
You bet.
Okay.
Well,
So-
but in entertainment, right? Don't the producers of entertainment shows have some discretion in terms of putting out a product that they think viewers will like? Why couldn't Simon Cowell's company choose to go in any direction they want with the judges, as long as they're still near the top of the ratings?
So,
Like if John wants to get rid of me because he thinks
He's white.
well, no, because he thinks a young, pretty female co-host would be better in attracting viewers. Do I have a claim against him? I don't know. At what point is it actionable?
So the way that the law is, it's blind to whether or not you're into the entertainment industry or not. So if he fired you with the sole intention of hiring somebody younger and female, even if he thinks that the ratings might go up, he could have a lawsuit on his hands. Now,
Give me a card.
I already retained him, so you're
that's right, he
conflicted
retained
out.
me a
You
little
can't even
while
hire
ago,
him.
so
I give him a
I
dollar.
have to defend him, but I'll do my
Nico
best.
was trying to. Nico, our great associate producer here, was trying to hire Bell a few months ago when I
I
was.
thought he was going to walk me to the
repping him.
subway when I was leaving. What are you kidding me?
Well, you can't hire him, Frank.
Fair enough.
And I can tell you this, my friend. I would never replace you with a younger, prettier female.
I wish I could say the same.
You see, you give a guy a compliment and you get kicked right in the teeth for it. So, JB, finally,
You know, if we have a minute, I think this is good for your viewers. Do we have a we
Yeah,
have
of
a
course we have a
minute?
minute. The stage is yours.
Holiday parties are coming up.
Yeah,
okay,
baby.
company holiday parties. Be very careful with the service of alcohol at your holiday parties. God forbid someone goes and gets into an accident.
Absolutely.
They're going to claim that the person was visibly intoxicated. You continued to serve them, allowed them to drive home. Now your company's responsible. And if you don't have the insurance, you're going to be responsible. Also, that's where a lot of sexual harassment complaints are born. So there should be an email beforehand. Dress appropriately like you would at work. Treat people like you would at work. If it's a big company and for some reason you can't watch everybody, maybe give out drink tickets, limiting 1 or 2 drinks. What do you think of that?
you're like the Grinch who stole Christmas over
Do you
here. We
still
gotta
like
send
me?
a
Am I
memo
still-
out.
am I
to
still
what
your
to wear.
favorite attorney?
No. And I don't know why you would think.
Honesty.
I
That's
don't
what you
know
get
why
from me is
would
honesty.
think we would serve alcohol at a holiday party.
Right, and
here
when the
at Liquid
cameras are
Lunch.
off, you better serve me one too.
Well, just put like fake alcohol in here. It's,
Oh, yeah?
it's all a prop. You know,
Simulated
we don't
Now, how do
actually.
they simulate your breath?
It's vodka. It doesn't have a scent.
Right.
You know, I don't think it has a scent, but maybe it does. You would know. So
I would.
I'm doing my best to take heed to all your suggestions and advice. This guy's one of the top workplace attorneys out there, if not the best. Calls it like he sees it, knows where the rubber meets the road, knows where the bodies are buried. If you got a problem with your employer, you go to the Bell Law Group and you tell Jonathan Bell that Liquid Lunch sent you, and he'll treat you like family. Thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you being
Thank
here.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Appreciate you being there, but don't go anywhere. Watch these commercials real quick. We need the sponsors to keep the show going. We're going to come back right after this with Michael McHale from Stratton Equities and talk about what these interest rates are doing to the flip market in real estate. So much more coming at you right after this.